Hey everyone, welcome to Wax Pack Wisdom, where we talk baseball history through card breaks and the cards we love. My name is Jake T. O'Donnell, and we are back with another graded card reveal, this time from PSA. So as I go through opening this, I will let you know that this is a little bit different than some others that I have done recently, because I did in fact look at the grades this time. And the reason why I did is because this is a 20 card vintage bulk send, and most of the cards in this are not going to be cards that I keep in my PC. These are going to be mostly cards that I end up putting in trades or selling, and so I didn't feel that bad about looking at the grades beforehand. As you can see, one card here did not get graded. I know what that is. And overall, I have to say I kind of took it on the chin with these grades. And especially for cards that I'm not going to be holding on to, that I kind of just graded just to be able to move them and sell them. A little bummed out. But you know, again, some of these did get good. Most of these, a lot of them got good grades. I'm not like super mad about a lot of them. Kind of just always wish that they came in a little bit better. And yeah, especially for the ones that are going to stay in the PC. So let's go through, and I will show you the grades that I got here. The first one is, this is a 1952 Bowman Everett Kell. So Everett Kell, as it says back here, Skeeter was kind of his nickname. He was the younger brother of George Kell, who ended up being a Hall of Famer. I got this a while ago in a Whatnot auction, and I thought it was really sharp, and I thought for maybe a high-grade set builder, it would be a good get. So this got a 5, which is not a bad grade, especially when you consider some of the staining and stuff on the back. It's a very sharp card, like I said. For a 50s Bowman, even if this is a common. So I'm sure somebody will hopefully want that and snap it up. Okay. Next is another 50s card of, I wouldn't call it a common necessarily, but this is Hank Bauer with the Yankees. This is a 1956 Topps card. And this got a 3, which is about what I was expecting. I think if I had to do over again, I probably wouldn't send this one in because it's not super high grade. And whatever I'm going to get for it is probably not going to be much more than if I had sold it raw. This is a 1969 NL RBI leaders card that has 3 Hall of Famers on it, McCovey, Santo, and Billy Williams. And this got a 5, which is a good grade. Maybe was hoping for a 6 or something like that. But or a 7 maybe even, because it's very sharp. Yeah, I don't know. This is one that I think was maybe slightly undergraded, but that is what it is. Here is another leaders card. This is this is 71. So there are a couple cards in here that came from like cello packs that I bought on Whatnot from APL cards. And this is one of them. This was part of a cello pack find that they had. It's very sharp. It's a 71, which is, as I think anybody that is a vintage collector knows how tough the 71 set is. As you can see, it's a little bit off center, maybe even slightly a diamond cut on the back. And this got a 6, which is, I was probably hoping for at least a 7 on this, but I can understand with the sort of diamond cut. But you just see, so this obviously has 2 Hall of Famers on it, Yaz, Harmon Killebrew. You can see this is one of the toughest sets that there is, so I wanted to send it in to get graded. And high grade set builder, somebody will definitely want that. All right, so here's an interesting one. This is a couple 61 Topps Hall of Famers here. This is a 61 Frank Robinson. Now, I got this card from, I bought this on Twitter, and it was in a slab from a grading company that I had never heard of before, and I don't even remember what it was, and I'm not gonna guess because I don't want to sort of embarrass whatever the company was. But it was graded as a 7, so I figured, okay, I'll crack that, and I will send it into PSA. And if it comes back as a PSA 7, I'll be thrilled, and it will be worth a lot more than what I paid for it. It got a 6, which is not amazing, but it's also not too bad. So again, a nice, anything more than a 5 in vintage, is definitely a good find. So I'll take that. The next one is Hammer and Hank. This was one I bought on Facebook. This is a nice card. I wanted to get it graded. I think there's probably high probability that I will move this card. You'll see some of the surface wear on the front. I didn't think it was going to get a super high grade. I was worried it was maybe going to get a 3, but in fact it gets a 4, which I can definitely live with that. PSA 4 on a Hank Aaron 61, relatively early years Hank card. Not too bad. Next one is one that I won in an auction. It is a 51 Bowman Warren Spawn. Not high grade. I was worried it was just going to get a 1. I got this in a 44 and more auction, and it got a 2. So actually not too upset about that. And I have to say, I got to give PSA some credit because they have put these cards, some of these early 50s cards, in the sort of like frosted interior here, and not the baggy, which they often do with some of the smaller cards. And we're going to get to a card later that is one of the oldest cards I've sent in to get graded. Not the oldest, but it was in one of those. Well, I'm not sure which holder or which case it's in, but here is a 71. This is actually 72 tops. It's got 3 Hall of Famers on it, in Fergie Jenkins, Steve Carlton, Tom Seaver. Similar to the other leaders card that I showed you. This is from, I believe, a cello pack pull, and it got a 6. I mean, if I really thought this would be at least a 7. If I thought it was just going to get a 6, I probably wouldn't have sent it in. But 72s are tough on grading. I don't think any of the cards I've showed so far are like definitively cards that I would keep. We're getting pretty close to ones that I would. So this is a 69 Orlando Cepeda that was, I know for a fact, this was a cello pack pull, and I bought and whatnot from APL cards. And it was so sharp, I'm like, I gotta send this in and see what it comes back as. And it got a 6, which is a good grade. Again, probably hoping for better, but the top to bottom centering is probably what hurt this. It probably would have gotten at least a 7, maybe even an 8 if it had been slightly better centered. But you see the corners on this. Again, this is a pack fresh 69 tops card. All right, so the older card that I was talking about was this, which was also from a Whatnot purchase. This is a Jim Bottomley 1933 Gowdy card. You're going to hear me talk a lot more about Gowdy cards in the near future from the 1933 Gowdy gum set. This is a Hall of Famer, and as you can see, there's writing on the back. Somebody wrote the word Page on the back. It's a name, I assume. And again, Hall of Famer Jim Bottomley with the Reds at this point, and it got a 2 MK, which I'm pretty happy about that grade. And again, I sent this in because if I had sent this into SGC, it's possible that it would not have gotten a numerical grade. So that was why I sent this in to them. And again, I think this is probably a for sale item. Now, this next card is a PC item, and it is the 1964 Tommy John rookie card. Now, you might be asking me, why am I going to keep a Tommy John rookie card? Well, I think there's a good chance that Tommy John does end up in the Hall of Fame. So I figured I'd send this in, and this could be, I have cards in waiting, you know what I mean? Like, usually, for the most part, they're newer cards, like, Miguel Cabrera rookie, and Ichiro rookie, and Max Scherzer rookie, and Justin Verlander rookie. I don't have a lot of the older cards of guys that I think might end up being Hall of Famers. I think there's a chance that Tommy John eventually gets in the Hall of Fame. So this is a 64 rookie, and it got a 3. So I'm pretty happy about that. All right, so the next card is a PC item that I am going to give it a close look and try to figure out why it got the grade it did. As you can see, this is the Johnny Bench rookie. And it is 68 tops, so there's sort of a dual purpose with this card. It is both a Hall of Fame rookie, and it will be part of my 68 top set build, which is going to be my summer collecting project this year. And I'm looking at the back of the card, and the corners are a little bit upturned. But it's not too bad, and it's off center, obviously. And I'm gonna do this because I don't want you to see the grade just yet. But you see there, like, you know, the corners are a little bit it's pretty off center. And the reason why I sent it into PSA was because there's like a mark right here. You can kind of see this right near, on the left-hand side of Ron Tompkins. I thought maybe this was a mark. I won this in a Greg Morris auction, and I love to buy stuff from Greg Morris auctions on eBay. Great place to buy stuff. So I sent it in to PSA because of that, because I thought maybe it would get an MK like the Jim Bottomley card did. Well, here's the grade for this card. It got a 1.5. And I guess that maybe the reason why is because if you look here, you can see that there is like a dent that kind of runs across most of this part of the card right here. It's kind of, I guess, creased. I wouldn't even call it creased because you can't see it in the back. So it's kind of it's like a dent, basically. The card got dented. So is that really enough for it to get a 1.5? It presents beautifully, and I've wanted my grades for these cards to be a 3 or higher for the Hall of Fame rookies, but again, buy the card, not the grade. Like, this is a nice card, and especially as a sort of dual in my set, and for a set and for what I've got, I'm gonna probably hang on to it. Take that, PSA. All right, here's a 59 Topps card that I just got. This was kind of part of a lot that I bought, and it's an extra. And of course, we will be eventually, sometime later this year, getting to the 59 Topps baseball thrill set. But this is the Musial Wraps Out 3000 hit, and it just got a 3. I think the centering is obviously the big culprit there, so not a bad card. But all right, so now we're going to get into more of the Hall of Fame rookies, and these are PC items. This is a 74 Dave Winfield card, and you can see a very, very off-center top to bottom, and the front even has some chipping on it, but it's still got a 3, which I can live with. This was not an expensive card. There you can see this might be a possible upgrade candidate at some point, but this was one of those cards as a kid I always wanted, and it's one of those ones that I'm like, I can't believe I own it now. Here's a Jim Rice rookie from 1975. This is a low-grade card. I sent it in anyway, and it got a 1.5, which I wasn't too surprised by. But maybe an upgrade, maybe not. Maybe I'll hang on to it. Jim Ed Rice. Another 75 rookie here with, this is a Gary Carter rookie, and you can see that they put this in the baggie, which I don't like. It's going to kind of float around in there. This got a 3, which I can certainly live with that. All right, I guess this is the opportunity I will take now to show you this, the card that didn't get graded. And I don't know what to make of this. It didn't get graded because they said it was miscut. And I'm gonna take the card out. I guess it didn't meet minimum size. I would have think that would be the, let me grab a card. I'm gonna grab a card from the Drake's set, if you watched that video, and I'm just gonna try to match this up. I would think that if it was cut, it would say minimum size not met. I mean, it's pretty close, isn't it? Let's hold the cards up next to each other. So maybe it's right to left, it's a little bit off. Sorry, I'm not doing a good job of showing it there. I guess that's the issue, is that it doesn't measure super well right to left. If I just go like this, I guess it didn't measure. But I don't understand why it wouldn't come back as minimum size not met, and it comes back as miscut. And I also don't know why they didn't grade it because it was miscut. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But this card, again, this was my intent, was to have this as part of my my collection for a Hall of Fame rookie. So I'm going to have to find a different Andre Dawson rookie card. Other 77 rookie that I got here is Bruce Sutter. And I think this just got a 2. I don't know. It's a tough set. I might try to get a new one there. And then the last 2 are both from the 67 top set. This is a red Shanedienst card. This is a kind of a tough mid-high from 67, and this got a 5. And then the last card, and it'll be the last card I'll show you here. This is a checklist that I got in a Whatnot auction. Actually, I think this was a freebie that I got as like a giveaway. And it is a 67 checklist, and it's got Mickey Mantle on it. And it got a 4. I was hoping for a little bit of a better grade, but as you can tell, it's got rough edges. So I was actually, once I realized, I probably sent it in after I fully realized what the issue was with the card. But actually, I think that getting a 4 on that, considering it is has the rough edges, is not the worst thing in the world. So that is going to do it for this not blind actual grade reveal. I don't have any other cards in for grading at the moment. I have enough cards that I could send in an SGC order soon. At this point, most of them would be PC. I'm not positive, based on what I've heard about turnaround times, that I would get the card back before Shriners happens at the end of the month here, or some of the other shows that are coming up. So we'll see if I end up sending those in. If I do send those in, I have thought about putting together a video for you guys on how to submit cards for grading. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, I really appreciate you watching. That is going to do it for this edition of Wax Pack Wisdom. Tell us what you thought of these grades. Did I get screwed by PSA? Or do you think PSA was fair to me? Let me know. Please give us your thoughts. We'd love to hear it. Leave us a comment. If you enjoyed our video, if you enjoyed this today, please give the video a like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our Wax Pack Wisdom content. In the description for this video, you can find links to where you can follow Wax Pack Wisdom on all social media channels. You'll also find a link to a list of our favorite nonprofits and charities. If you enjoyed this if you enjoyed this video, please consider a donation to one of those organizations. It would mean a lot to us. Thanks very much for watching, and we will see you next time on Wax Pack Wisdom. Take care.